Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and I'm super excited to share with you today my curriculum for my third grader for next year. So we use Memoria Press, which is a classical Christian curriculum, and yeah, so I'm super excited to share with you. I actually had to put it into two parts to share everything because the third grade set is really big because it's third grade, and some of the things you do the other half in fourth grade. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more homeschool content and large family grocery hauls, and go ahead and give a like. And then if you have any questions or things that you want to add about classical homeschooling that might be beneficial to others, please share them down below in the comments. Alright everybody, so there is absolutely no way that I could show you everything, every little thing in the third grade curriculum for Memoria Press. And I will say this, it was super intimidating for me when I first got everything. But just remember that the third grade, half the stuff that you do in third grade, you complete the other half in fourth grade. So they're kind of together in that way. So let me kind of show you here. Okay, so out on their website, they'll have a video showing you exactly everything that comes in the curriculum set for Memoria Press. This is what we're going to use next year for my third grader. I'm super excited. I will say this is really nice in the manual. It gives you a list of all the books and the material that you'll need to teach the third grade. And also, like I said, some of it you'll also teach the other half in fourth grade. So, okay, so I really like that it has at the beginning each subject, and then it just kind of gives you information about how to kind of teach each subject. So that's a good little brief reading there. And then there's a recommended schedule and a write your own schedule, which I really like having that there because each family is different. Let's see. They kind of have an opening prayer and an ending prayer, closing prayer for your day, which I really like having that. And then if you kind of see, this is what the overview looks like. So everything's written out for you. You have little boxes to check things off as you go ahead and do them. I don't absolutely do every single thing. Something, the I guess there's pros and there's cons to this curriculum. So the pros are it absolutely has everything that you need to teach your children well and to be critical thinkers and to really know and master these subjects. On the other hand, it is not an easy curriculum by any means. I mean, it's easy and there are teacher's guides to everything, every subject, and you can just read it and it tells you every single thing to do. It gives you the answers so that you can check the work. I mean, it's very easy in that way, but it is not going to be a real simple teach, and so yeah. So there's a little more work in it than some, I guess, simpler curriculums that maybe wouldn't take as much time. On the other hand, like I said, we don't do everything. We are not a classical school. We are a classical homeschool. So that looks a little bit different for us, and we don't actually get every single little thing done. And we might do it a little bit differently for different children. We might use more math manipulatives than our workbooks and that kind of thing as well. So I will show you a little bit about what I like about each subject that they have in here. Starting with, we'll just start with Latin here. So Latin in third grade, you go to, they do the Latina Christiana. And it's really easy to teach because it comes with the videos. Sorry, excuse me. It comes with the videos, and it basically has everything scripted out. There's also a CD to make sure that you're pronouncing the Latin well. It's super simple, super easy. I've been learning with them. So Latin is very important to our language because 60% of the English words are made up from Latin. So it's very important in that way. And I just like having it, you know, it's written out here. You don't have to do a ton of the work. So even if you've never learned Latin, like I've never learned Latin, it's all written out for you. There's also, like I said, the DVD that goes through the lesson. Someone teaches it, and you can watch them, or you can watch them and then try to teach it, or however you want to do that. So that is how that goes, and I think a lot of people tend to use the Latin from Memoria Press because it's so good, even if they don't use the whole curriculum. So that is something that we like a lot and have fun with, and they're not perfect at their Latin, but we have fun with it. So math. A lot of people do not like rod and staff math. Even if they use the full curriculum, a lot of people choose to use different maths. I will say this, all of my children that have become school age so far, the 3 oldest kids, they love math, and they do really great with the rod and staff that Memoria Press uses. It is black and white. It's not super fancy, exciting, or anything like that, but there's a lot of repetition to it, but they actually master the math facts and things, and they truly master the information. So you should definitely give it a try. Like I said, my 3 older ones love math, and I've never loved math, so there's got to be something about this that is good. So it's super simple to teach. It has everything written out. It has class time, and then it has drill time and before class, which honestly I never use the before class or the drill time. I just use the class time, and then they do their worksheets on their own. I don't really have to help them at all. 3rd grade is a little bit different, so they're gonna do like a certain number of lines from the page, and they do not, they write down the problems themselves, I believe, or do they use it? I can't remember if they use it like a workbook. Either way, you can have them write down the problems onto their page, or have them work on it in this book if you want. So they do like a certain number of lines, and that's all written in the manual, so the teacher's manual. So that is super simple. So there's that. The next thing that I have that's on the list here is composition, grammar, and spelling. Okay, so spelling in 3rd grade is this, they use this spelling workout, and they may have actually just changed it. I'm pretty sure that they did just come up with a more, one that is specific, specifically the phonics-based spelling books that they already had. But this is the one that is from the older set, so this is probably what we'll use just because we already have it. So it's different than the one that they already have for the previous grades. So we'll see how we like it. So there's that, and then the composition, and then the composition and grammar. So for the writing, this is amazing. My child that has trouble, he's got dyslexia and ADHD and things. We started doing this, and all things fun and fascinating. and it's from the Institute for Excellence in Writing, and you'll get like a DVD to show you how to teach this, but it's super simple, and I wish I would have learned how to write this way. It makes writing so much easier for those who struggle with it. It's definitely the right way to learn writing, for sure. So it's kind of, basically they do kind of like a copy. They do a reading, and then they kind of do an outline, and then they copy that and do editing and things like that. So it's really good. So yeah, so that's a good starting to writing, I think, for most of my kids. And then also, see, grammar and recitation. They do English grammar recitation for 3rd grade. And so before 3rd grade, it's in the complete recitation and the end of the manual book for teaching, the teaching manual. But for this, they have it separate for 3rd grade. And so, and I think they use part of this for 4th grade as well too. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so you'll have your question and your answers, and they memorize the answers, they master it, and that's recitation is one of the best ways to fully know a subject. So that is really helpful. We don't always do well with that. I have to motivate my boys with treats. Sometimes I have a bag of chocolate chips, and I give them a chocolate chip for each one that they answer correctly or something like that, and that works really well. Or we'll take a ball, and I'll throw the ball at them and ask them the question, and then they'll throw the ball up back to me, and we'll kind of go back and forth that way as far as recitation. So that works better for my boys. And then we have literature, which I love their literature guides. So they have about 4 books that they read each year, and they should be reading on their own too, but these are the ones where they're reading aloud to you. There's only 4 of them, and you just do a really deep study on each book. And there's a lot of people who don't use the full curriculum that love the reading guides. So this is the teacher's guide. Okay, yeah. So the teacher's guide has everything written out as to, answers to the vocabulary, the comprehension, quotes, and discussion questions, enrichment, before, kind of some things to read before you start reading. So usually you do the vocabulary in this part before you do your reading, and then they do their comprehension questions after, and some of these activities at the end after, or enrichment, which are usually, these are optional, but these are super important here. But then the other thing that I found is super important, they have you reread either that chapter or half a chapter, or whatever they have you reading for that day. They have you reread it the second day, and that is super important because it really builds their fluency and their speed. So don't skip that. That is highly important. Yeah, so that is what they look like. They're they're just so good. I feel like the vocabulary that my kids have built because of these, and just their comprehension, is just amazing. So, and we just love the books too, like A Bear Called Paddington, Mr. Popper's Penguins. These are just great classics. Charlotte's Web. So, Farmer Boy is another one. And like I said, I can't show you everything because it's just, it's a lot. They also do poetry. So that was on there. I love poetry, and the kids just love it too. But so here's the poetry book, and then we do kind of a little, they do like copy work where they copy the poem and draw a and draw an illustration for it. So that's a really great way to do copy work. It really helps with their handwriting, and it just it's very good for them, so to do copy work. Let's see. Classical and Christian studies. So classical and Christian studies they learn about Greek mythology, and this is super fun. My boys love this. Now, why you ask, should we learn Greek mythology? Well, Greek mythology, there's so many references to Greek gods and goddesses and things like that throughout literature and just throughout our culture. So it's important that they learn about it. And so that is the reason we learn that. And so they learn fun facts, they learn vocabulary. My boys absolutely love all these stories about, these tough Greek gods and things like that. It's just really lots of fun, these stories are. So, myths. So, they really enjoy that. We also do Christian studies, and it's pretty basic. So if you wanted to add your own, catechism questions or things like that to it, or a different devotional at night, well, that's how we tend to do it. So it's pretty basic, as in, they're learning books of the Bible, just different people in the Bible, definitions for different words, and that's pretty neat. And so the Bible that they use is, I really like, oops, sorry, my hand's right in there in the way. I really like the Bible that they use. This is the Golden Children's Bible, and for some reason the binding never stays on our children's Bible. They never do on any of the ones that we've had. So so this is kind of what it looks like. I just love the pictures and the this is exactly what is written in the Bible. So as they're getting to 3rd grade, it's less storytelling and more just straight, words from the Bible. So that is very good. And then let's see, science, they learn about mammals. There's the poetry book. Okay, mammals. So for